All right, man. Let's go to get this started here. Let me go ahead and take this off the screen here. How are y'all doing tonight? Welcome to Rant and Chill. Gonna be chilling, gonna be talking about BABYMETAL Metal Kingdom. Maybe ranting about how unmetal it is. No, I actually enjoyed it, and we could have that conversation. We'll have that later. We'll definitely will. We're also gonna talk about NEMOPHILA, talk about maybe some Love Bites things, and yeah. Just we have a chill stream here, a chill Friday night stream. Just relax, you know. That sometimes you need that, man. Sometimes you need a reset. Sometimes you need to reset. Maybe you had a stressful week, and maybe you know the next week is going to start. It's going to be a doozy. Like you already know. All right. So let's chill. Let's relax. Talk about some Japanese metal. Talk about NEMOPHILA here. First off, they are absolutely killing it, dude. They're doing great. They're doing concerts right now. As you know, they're playing live shows. They're touring in Japan. I think they have like 3 or 4 more shows still. They're doing great, man. They're filling out their venues. They're performing well. I'm hearing nothing but good things about their live performances. I shared some of those stories with you in a previous stream and a previous video as well. So it's all good there. Now, something else I want to talk about regarding NEMOPHILA is I'll bring this up. I want to talk about them. Like on the topic of NEMOPHILA, what is one of your favorite songs of theirs? What is a song that what is one of your favorite songs of NEMOPHILA? Right off the bat, you might say something like, I don't know, like Oiron. Oiron's a really good song. You might say Game Over, right? You might even say Rollin' Rollin'. That's a really good song. I like the bass intro, you know? I really like that. And NEMOPHILA started off their tour in Japan. That's right. And they're doing amazing, right? I mean, I don't know if they're selling out their venues, but they look like, it sounds like they're filling them up. So they're doing great. Fantastic, you know? A lot of energy with the band, a lot of potential. So those ladies are very talented. Mayu's a great singer. She can just go from screaming to actually singing. Not that screaming is not singing, but you know what I'm saying. She can change her voice like that almost. You know, it's crazy. When you hear her play, when they play live, it's like, wow, you know. But they're all really good. You got Saki's great. Hazuki's great. Haraguchi's son is amazing on bass. It's good. I like hearing her play, man. She likes to slap too. And of course you got Tamu. Tamu's a great drummer. Fantastic drummer. Heard them play Enten live. Oh, you heard them play Enten live. Okay. I'm jealous. I'm sincerely, legitly jealous. I don't like. I'm going back to an interview I covered with Saki saying that one of her favorite songs on the new album is Enten, and she made a comment about something about the drums and how something about playing it live, but it was lost in translation. It was lost in Google Translate. So what was translated, what she said, didn't really make a whole lot of sense. But what I got was, you got to hear it live, and it has. Dude, that song has to sound amazing live. Tease me with it, so you heard it. Do they, since Enten has the Japanese percussion, right? I mean, there's Japanese instruments going on in the back, you know, in that song. Like, is that added in with like a track that's overlaid You know, when they play live, or is someone doing that? Is Tamu doing that? I mean, what's going on? It almost sounds like, when I listen to it, I'm like, is it like Japanese drums? Or it kind of also reminds me of like a, what's that Japanese, like, was it 3 or 4 string guitar? What's that thing? I've seen a couple bands play that. But I want to see that live. And I'm gonna be able to, unless you know, something happens and we all have to lock down again due to world events that we can't do anything about. But then they come to Houston, they come to the Scout Bar. I'm like 20 minutes away. There's no reason for me not to see that. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be real fun. I'm excited about that. My other question for you is, what is the NEMOPHILA song that is like not like the others, like the one that really stands out? Do you have like a few of them that just really stand out? They have like a sound that none of the other songs kind of have. I thought about this. I have one. I have an idea of what song that would be, and it would be either. It's a toss between Night Flight and Monsters. And I say Night Flight because it has a very 80s vibe to it, but Monsters has a very it has an 80s sound to it, but there's like that synth. There's a strong synth presence in that song throughout the whole thing that it just it gives it that tone that you don't really hear in other NEMOPHILA tracks. It really stands out to me. And I'm really surprised that song was released. Obviously, it was released on the Oriron I think extended play. But it's kind of a weird, interesting way to release that, because it's like it's not. I'm surprised it didn't just include it on like the Revive album. You know. Okay, it's a good track though. I really liked it. As far as other tracks that really stand out, well, I mean, you can go to the new album. I mean, they have plenty of songs that really stand out, don't they? Because, I mean, Seize the Fate has a lot of variety, which we talk about quite a bit when we talk about NEMOPHILA. And I will be going to Baby Metal pretty soon. By the way, if you're just tuning in now, let me know what you think about this, and also what is your favorite NEMOPHILA track, and also what is the one that really sounds unlike the others. Because, oh yeah, so you could go to the new album. You could probably pick some that are easy, like Rock and Roll Is, or was the song Waiting for You? Is it the track? Yeah, Waiting for You. That has the very 90s punk sound to it. I like that song. Hey, by the way, Gaijin Guys mentioned you by the recent YouTube drop. Did you see that? Oh, I did not see that. And, like, I don't have any interest in seeing that. Like, I really don't want to have any ongoing beef with them. I just said what I wanted to say about what I thought about. Look, if you want to make fan-made merch, make fan-made merch. Fine. Okay? Whatever. But, like, I don't know. It seems weird to use, like, the silhouettes and stuff. Like, it's like there's a reason why they're not using the band member's image, because that might be a little too far, right? So they use a silhouette and be like, oh, okay, no one's going to know. It's, come on, man. And you're using the name of the musician. Come on, name of the member. Come on, that's just silly. That's just so silly. That's all it was. That's all it was about. Anyway, I mean, they can make their money however they want to make their money. That's all I wanted to say. Another song that really stands out is Enten. Enten, ooh, with those Japanese instruments, sounds amazing. It has that adrenaline, that pace that you would expect from NEMOPHILA, but it like, oh my god, that's one of those tracks I had to listen to, like, I'm not even exaggerating here, maybe like 15, 20 times, and there's a lot of layers in that song, Enten. There's a lot of layers. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, behind the guitar, behind the drums. There's like some synth elements in that song, and they become more pronounced towards the end. It's really cool. Really gives that song character, and I guess that's not. I mean, it's a really good thing. It's a strength for this song, being that one of my only complaint, really, my only complaint from me, about the new album would be that the songs are a little too short-ish, but at the same time, like, you can really listen to them over and over, and you see, oh, there's a lot of layers in this. Okay, I see what they're doing. They're just kind of cramming it all into one tight package that is going to hold your attention all the way through. And when it's done, you're going to want more, so you just repeat it. That's what I kept on doing. But the reason why I have this image on the screen here is because another track that I really like, and, is it unlike the others? Zen. Zen is a really good track. I really like this one. It's one of my favorites. And it does have this dirtiness to it that some of the other tracks don't have. I think it does stand out in that way. I don't know. What about you, man? I don't know what your name is. I can't read your name, but how do you feel about Zen? Like, I like those. The speed of it, the intensity of it, the nice, dirty riff of it is really nice. The solo's really sweet, man. But it even has like the dirty sound. It's just good. I remember when I was reacting to the album and going in depth about this song, this is the one I said the riff itself kind of has like a southern metal sort of vibe to it. You do hear some sort of like Zakk Wylde elements here and there, but there's also just, it's like a song you would expect from like maybe like Pantera or maybe like Slipknot. I mean, they're not, when I think southern, I don't think Slipknot, but that's just coming up though. Okay. And I'm just bringing that up as reference as to like the tone of the song. But what's interesting about Zen is that when you look at the lyrics, it's like, does it mesh? Like, what's going on here? Is it, I don't know. Like, if this was a song I was going to tackle this weekend about what's the meaning of it, I don't know if I would even, like, because I mean, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the lyrics here. I mean, straightforward. When you look at the lyrics, it's like, okay, it sounds like there's questions about like what brings you to Zen, like what brings you to your Zen there. Let's see, is this the one where someone broke down the lyrics? There's a comma here where someone did. Let's see. She does. Mayu does sing in English in this song, but it's hard to get everything. Oh, here we go. Okay. So it's all broken down for us here. It says hello, obviously in the beginning, the hello. Oh, by the way, before I get into the lyrics, another thing I like to do when I talk about the music that I listen to on this channel is talk about like what comes to mind, like what comes to mind when I hear a song, what I envision when I hear a song. I don't know about you, but when I listen to music, there's usually a mental picture like what the song conveys, to me, like. The tone of the song, how dirty it is, and how low the guitars are. This seemed like a song for like you're doing something. Like I thought that song would be about the girls doing something like a dirty job they really didn't want to do, like taking care of of a body, so to speak, or taking care of something that needs to be taken care of, but it's kind of a dirty job. Are you following me on that? Anyway, but when you look in the lyrics, it totally not. I mean, the lyrics are like this. Hello, and goes on. Do you have that destiny? Or do you think that destiny is set? Have you stopped your mind? Isn't that for your ego? What is for your own sake? I mean, that is for your own sake, isn't it? Do you have your own mind? Will your choice change it? And who is that for? So far, all these are questions. They're just questions, you know? Just asking questions. The questions that you would explore when you're trying to, I guess, find your zen, find who you are, really. Now, I'm curious in this song if Mayu is speaking to you and I directly. I think so, right? I mean, it's very clear that's like, do you think your destiny is set? Do you? Okay. I mean, or maybe they could be singing to someone else that they have in mind. I don't know, but I think it's pretty clear they're singing to us directly, or at least Mayu is. Yeah. And let's see. It goes, do you dream? What is your foundation? What is your dream? What is past? I like how past in quotes. What is past? What is yourself? What does that all mean? Do you dream? What is your foundation? What is your dream? What is future? What does that even mean? Are you breathing? Are you suffocating? Are you cherishing your feelings? Do you like a lonely night? Do you have a sleepless night? Do you have someone you could talk about anything? What is peace? What is believe? What is a buddy? What is family? What is obvious? What is time? What is your foundation? What is love? Just a lot of questioning, just breaking down, dismantling the things you thought you knew. Curious about that. Now, like, is that part of finding Zen? Like, I mean, I asked that because there comes a point in time. There comes a point when questioning everything you do, and I guess peace, what is family, what is obvious, what is time, what is love, where it's like, are you overanalyzing? Are you, I don't know, are you dismantling too much? Over questioning. Now, this theory is kind of interesting. Are you breathing? Are you suffocating? Are you cherishing your feelings? And do you even consider your feelings at all? Do you actually examine that? Do you like a lonely night? Do you have a sleepless night? Like these two lines here, and combined with, do you have someone you could talk about anything? I think that really highlights how disconnected we are at times, how lonely we could be. I mean, there's a lot of us that don't have anyone they could talk to, don't have anyone. I mean, there's people that are married. There are people that are in relationships and they can't even, talk to their significant other, okay? Especially about everything, Because sometimes we get caught up in our own little worlds, our own little motives and own little situations that we feel like we can't even talk to the other person. So that's interesting. So you combine that with, do you dream? What is your foundation? What is your dream? What is future? It's really just examining yourself, examining who you are, and are you comfortable with it? And if not, well, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? What is believe? Do you think parallel universes exist? Okay, now this is the part of the song where I'm like, okay, wait a second. Are we up late at night at 3 o'clock in the? Are we up late or early into the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning at an IHOP or Denny's, drink coffee? I used to do that when I was in high school with my buddies. Would be at at a coffee place or Denny's or whatever, drinking coffee until like 3 o'clock in the morning, talking about do parallel universes exist and stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay. None of that makes any sense. The conversations weren't that important, but it's interesting. What is believe? Do you think parallel universes exist? Aren't you thinking that aren't you thinking that it is irrelevant? What is a buddy? Do you think aliens exist? Ooh. Aren't you pretending that you're not seeing it? Man, so this song is really getting me to question every little thing about my life and about bigger things in the universe. Who wrote the lyrics to this song? I know this is a Haraguchi-san song. Oh! Haraguchi-san wrote the lyrics too. Whoa. Haraguchi-san is a deep thinker. I like that. Man, I like what she's doing here with this song. Deep thoughts, man. We got some deep thoughts with this. And let me respond to what you said in the chat there. Yes, I like Zen very much. The first 3 tracks sees the Fate, Enten, Zen dominate it. We still have 3 other major songs, Atabana and Ray of Light at the end. We do. I like it, and I understand that. I understand how you phrase it that way. It's kind of like there's some people that are really big NEMOPHILA fans, but they may pass on Style or Waiting for You or I guess Rock and Roll Is. And that's fine. It's about preference. Let's see. Of course, I do like those songs. I'll make that known every time I bring it up. And I'm not just saying that just to save face or whatever. I legitimately go into great detail about those songs and break it down as much as I can as not being a musician. So, there's that. Anyway, I go in a little bit further here. Let's see. We talked about the universe and aliens part. Okay, so I did look at these lyrics before doing this live stream, and I totally missed this part. So yeah, Haraguchi-san is a deep thinker. She wants us to really think: do parallel universes exist? Oh man, see, you already know. You could probably have a sit down if Haraguchi-san could speak English. I think she could speak a little bit. Maybe you guys, maybe we could talk late over some coffee about aliens and parallel universes. That'd be kind of fun. Let's see. Do you think that Destiny's set? Okay, looks like we're repeating here. Hey, have you stopped your mind? Oh, isn't that for your ego? That is for your own sake, isn't it? Do you have your own mind? Will your choice change it? And that's interesting, right? And who's that for? So any given time, we do change our minds on things. And that's totally fine, right? Right? We as human beings, we change our minds quite a bit all the time for various reasons. And but did we change our mind because we wanted to, or were we manipulated in some way? Were we coerced? Influenced? What was the reason? Is it really our decision, or did someone else make it for us and we just think it was our decision? And really, we want to get deeper on it. Even when you make decisions that you think are your decisions, how do you really know it was your choice? I'm going to just take this off the screen. How do you really know it was your choice? Right? The whole thing about free will. Do you really have free will? Like, did I really have a choice that I was going to choose Lone Star beer? Did I really have a choice? Or was it already going to happen? I could choose not to drink this. Or choose to drink it. But even saying that, was there a choice in that? Whose mind is this? Is my mind doing this? Or is there an alien that's controlling me? Is there a parallel universe with a parallel Mr. Deadman that's controlling me? Oh, that'd be weird. He's just joking about being high. Maybe. Haraguchi-san made this song. She said it was to help meditate, and probably joking. I think it does help meditate. I can see that. Whoa. Back that up. I mean, I'm confused about that. Lyrically, I could see how this could help meditate you. To get you in that state. But I don't know, when I think of meditation, like this song doesn't really come to mind. Now, maybe there are some people that can reach that point of zen while listening to really heavy metal. I mean, that's what this song is. It's pretty hard. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty fast. It's good all the way through and through. 3 minutes and 31 seconds of just pure awesome. But is that really going to get you to your meditative state that you're looking for? I mean, I'm thinking like some maybe some like synth music, some light synth wave stuff, a chill wave. I like chill wave. I like to listen to that sometimes while just meditating and trying to clear your mind a little bit. But to each their own. Maybe Haraguchi-san, maybe this is how she meditates. Hey, that's pretty metal. That is very metal. If Haraguchi-san can meditate while listening to this song, she is very metal. What about you? What do you think? You can give it a try. I could try to meditate to the song right now while listening to this song, but what's going to happen is you're not going to hear the song, and it's going to look really boring. I'll just be like, this whole time, Maybe we'll do that for a video. All right. And then we get to this part where, the solo happens. We have the solo part. And then, are you breathing? Are you suffocating? It looks like we're repeating there. But once again, it just bring that back up a hint. Do you like a lonely night? Do you have a sleepless night? Do you have somebody you could talk to about anything? So in other words, are you tired of being alone? What's coming to mind right now are those, like, I guess those red pill channels, or those channels where guys try to coach other guys. Men, are you tired of being alone? Are you tired of being alone? Are you? Well, guess what? Don't worry about it. Just focus on yourself. Build yourself up. I don't think that's what she's doing here, obviously. I'm just messing around. But I do think the idea there is to question, obviously, on its surface, like, are you satisfied with that? Are you satisfied with being by yourself? Like you got to find somebody to talk to, right? But if you can't, maybe through meditation you can clear your mind. Maybe that's another strategy. Maybe that's another way you can get around that. Maybe, being that the song is called Zen, that when you do reach that moment, when you do find your Zen, that you won't worry about being lonely at night or having sleepless nights, because it won't even be a problem. It won't even be an issue. What is peace? Going into the lyrics some more. What is peace? What is believe? What is a buddy? What is family? What is obvious? Time and your foundation of love. Things that you'll just question. A lot of self-reflection that you'll be sitting in as you are meditating. That does happen. Believe it or not, I've meditated before in my life. I went through a Wiccan phase. Not even joking. Not even joking. I legit went through a pagan Wiccan phase where I would have a journal of, like, not really. Okay. I did have like a book of shadows, so to speak, where you put spells and stuff. It was really much. Okay. But I did meditation stuff. I was pretty into it for a while. I look back at that now, like, man, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Because it didn't really do anything for me, Anyway. And then we have Oh, okay. Yeah, it ends with, do you think that destiny is set? Oh, well, actually, there's this weird part. It's very trippy. It's like A to Z. And like, I think they say A to Z or meditation A to Z mandala really fast, like hyper, like really fast. It happens real quick. It's like, oh, man. Like, what's crazy about this song is it's 3 minutes. There's a lot going on in 3 minutes. And same thing can be said with, like, a lot of NEMOPHILA tracks. They're very short songs, but they're, I mean, I guess they're not that short compared to other bands, but they just seem short because it's like they're so good. And like, what I tend to do is after listening to it, I just repeat it. I kid you not, like I repeat them like over and over again and then move on to the next one. Okay. So, yeah, I went over the lyrics here, and overall, my thoughts on Zen, NEMOPHILA ZEN is, I mean, it's a really good song. Obviously, I really enjoy it. As far as what it means is, I'm looking at these lyrics here. I don't think they're really about. I think it's really about what you would explore internally through self-reflection when you meditate. They're like concepts and ideas that you would explore, you would entertain while you're meditating. Like, you could imagine someone who's deep into meditation practices. Let's say someone topical, someone really famous, someone real known, Joe Rogan. Okay, you could easily imagine Joe Rogan meditating and wondering if aliens exist, and what is the past, what is the future, what is a dream, things like that. Okay, it could be anyone, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if you have meditated yourself, you know what I'm talking about. You could explore this stuff. So, in that case, it is very much a song about meditation, which, like, the tone of the song, I am kind of surprised by it, because the tone of the song doesn't really make me think meditation, and kind of leads me to the question I had before getting into this is, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but does the, I guess, the meaning of the song kind of go with the music? I'm not sure about that one. Like, it's not a harsh criticism. It's not like that. There is a trippy part in the song that happens. It comes and goes. It's pretty quick. But I was way off. Every time I listened to this song, until today, I thought this song might be about something else. I mean, I don't know. It seemed like it was more aggressive, but, you know, maybe Haraguchi's son can meditate with metal playing. You know what? Maybe there's people that do. That's kind of cool. So after all, do you rate the album Seas of Fate higher than Revive? No. Revive is higher. You know, there's two albums, obviously. Well, excluding the I guess the EPs. There's Revive is higher, but it's not saying that Seas to Fate is bad. Seas to Fate's still good. In fact, Seas to Fate's still holding pretty well in certain charts, and it still has really good songs. I do like Revive a little bit more. Seas to Fate, I do appreciate that they were willing to explore certain styles, and it was kind of cool. No, not kind of. It was really cool hearing them do it. Like, you know, like waiting. Was it Waiting for You, Waiting on You? That is not a bad song. It's not a bad. You know, when I first heard it, I was like, "What is this? What's the name of the band? Like Fat Lip? Was that the name of the band? I think that's the name of the song. Like some 41 or whatever. You know, I could barely remember what the name of the band is. I wasn't really too into those bands, like the Blink 182 and the others are kind of like it. I was not into that stuff. really, at all. But when I first heard "Waiting for You," it did have that opening line, the opening guitar lick. It just reminded me of that. It just took me to like a '90s space mentally. I was like, oh, okay. But the ladies pulled it off. They did it well. And it's a very happy song. Actually, that might be the song I might do a dive in as far as I don't. Because sometimes I do a video where I ask, what is the song about? I might do "Waiting for You," but really, honestly, what I would much rather do is wait until more interviews come out, and when the band members get interviewed about their latest album. That way, there's much more content to work with, more material. Because that's what lately I've been doing, exploring what certain songs are about with certain bands like BABYMETAL, Love Bites, and some NEMOPHILA tracks. And what I like doing is actually reading the interviews and being like, okay, what do they say about this song, and how can I use that? Oh, okay, they said this. I like doing that. That's fun. I do. Anyway. Oh, Joseph retracted a message. Oh, okay. The songs are what drove me. The Japanese music, everything started sounding the same. Sum 41, Blink-182. Lit. Yeah. Okay. I think I follow what you said there. Yeah. Back when those bands were popular, I was listening to more metal, like Metallica and Megadeth. I'm more of a Megadeth fan than a Metallica fan, but I would go to anime conventions, and that's where I got exposed to Japanese metal. And there's a band that I know about. Oh man, their name escaped me right now. That's not good. But that it doesn't. Duran Gray is another band I started listening to. So it's them and another one, and then so long story short, I got into Japanese metal through. I guess in the 90s and late 2000s, because they offered something that I didn't hear from. They offered something that I didn't even hear from the bands I was listening to, like the U.S. bands or whatever, or even I guess bands from the UK like Iron Maiden. So that's why I gravitated towards that. Anyway, so any other thoughts about NEMOPHILA ZEN? Oh, I'll ask the question one more time too. Is there a NEMOPHILA track that really stands out from the others, but that you like though? Like I brought up Monsters. Monsters I think that's a really good song. I really like that song, but dude, I cannot think of another song that sounds like that. That. They don't really have another song that sounds like it. With that much synth stuff going on, it really stands out. I love to see Waiting. Oh, so I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, Waiting for You played live. I heard it was a lot of fun. I heard many good things about the live shows. I shared them with you. I thought it was fun to go to explore that, because I know you're excited to see them. I'm excited to see them. Hey man, if you're in the Houston area, I'm gonna see them. I'm gonna be there with these shades and everything. Oh man, it'd be so cool. It'd be so cool. All right, let's talk about BABYMETAL, Metal Kingdom here for a bit. Let's talk about that. Bring this up here again. Okay, so Metal Kingdom is the third single, and it was released. I thought it was going to actually release today. It actually released yesterday. I saw it on like Spotify or something. I was listening to it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. All right, so what do I think about this Metal Kingdom? Well, I like it. Is it my favorite Baby Metal song? No, it's not my favorite. But there are things in this song that really stand out from other Baby Metal tracks. Now, some will say the song is not very metal. I don't know about that, because actually, I'll just... It's not like NEMOPHILA ZEN. It's not like that. Okay, it's nothing like that. It has some very hard-hitting drums, and that's one of the things this song really has. Well, let me put it this way. This song has a lot of character, okay? There's some things in this song, some elements in the song that really make it work and really give it character, and those things are the synth that you hear in the background is really nice. There's a lot of synth presence in this track. The drumming is very much a focal point in this track. It's very important. It's almost like it's very intense. It's very cinematic. This track definitely sounds like an opening track. It is an opening track. But it even sounds like an opening track. Like when you start the song, I don't know about you, but when I hear it, I'm thinking, okay, kind of like we're out in the wilderness a little bit. There's some wind coming by. Like you almost hear like the blowing of the wind. And like in there before us, the dust clears is like this grand metal kingdom thing, this giant castle, and we're getting close to it. And as we get close to it, we can hear the drumming from within. These sound like war drums or whatever, these heavy drums. And you also hear like this metal clanking. It's like this industrial metal clanking, which could be like, I don't know, maybe people working on the big metal building or whatever, or just something else. I mean, I get that when I hear this song. I think that is part of what gives this song character. Those sounds there, the drums, definitely the focus on the synth, because the guitar, there are guitars you can hear them, but they're like beneath the dark synthwave stuff. Okay. Oh, I like what you said there. Hey Zillow, it is in the name of this album. I like what you said there. Yeah, I can see that. You know, I've thought about that too, a bit with the way the drums are. There's another band it were kind of reminding me of, and by the way, when I make references to other bands, it's not saying that Baby Metal or NEMOPHILA or whoever I'm using is in their shadow. It's just to give you an idea in case you know of that band. And also, now I do it more willingly and freely because I've noticed that Koba Metal is aware of other bands and actually gets influence from them, from what I learned from reading interviews. So I'm curious if he is a fan of a band called Orbit Culture. I'm a fan of that band. I listen to a lot of their stuff pretty much on the daily. And they have some really good drumming. They have some really... It's like... Some of their tracks are like very cinematic. It's like, oh man, this is not just a song, dude. This is like a soundtrack to a movie. So there's a lot of that in this Metal Kingdom, and I'll emphasize that again. This song is very cinematic. One of my favorite parts of this song is, of course, the build up to the chorus. The chorus is fantastic. Sue's voice is amazing. Moa's backing vocals, which you can hear, are also amazing. They do a great job. It's really good. And we are far from our Doki Doki morning days, or we're far from our Java days, I think. I think we are. I mean, they already teased the album. We know we're not gonna get there's not gonna be a Mega Sune. No. I think we're past those days now, and that's okay. Like, we have those styles, we have those songs. Okay. Now, let's take a look at what Reddit thought of this and see what they say, and now let's comment on it pretty much. Okay? Because some people don't really care for this song, and we'll talk about it. Someone did break down the lyrics here. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. I might as well just take it off. You can see what I'm reading here. Okay? Let me see if you guys... You can barely even see that. Oh, what's the point? Let me just take it off. All right, so if you looked at the lyrics, and some of the words are in English, and this of course translated, so it might be messed up here, but when I read these lyrics, or to go over it, keep in mind this song is the first track of a concept album, and we know that Divine Attack and Monochrome, those two songs, I fully believe that those two songs are about historic events in Japan, being that Divine Attack is about when the Mongols were invading and the Divine Winds. When the Divine Winds, I mean, it's not a coincidence because it's called Divine Attack and Divine Winds, and that there's a lot of reference to winds and all that, and it's stand up and fight and all that. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it's by design. I think it's intentional. So what I'm saying there is I'm kind of curious if those two tracks are kind of based on like historic things in Japan, what Metal Kingdom could be about. I really don't know. I looked over these lyrics, and I'm not sure. I'm going to go over with the lyrics with you. You let me know what you think about this in the chat. This is entertaining the idea that, or this is going with the premise that the tracks on this album, being that a concept album, would all be kind of exploring these events. And it may not be. Maybe the central theme of all these songs is really, well, it couldn't really be stand up and fight, because Monochrome is not about standing up and fight. Monochrome is really, it seems like trying to make light out of a really horrible situation. Are learning from the consequence of it. How far? Okay. Anyway. So let's go through the lyrics here and try to see what the song is about and how it fits in to the puzzle of this being a concept album. Okay? All right. So it goes like this. And let me put it over here so that I could see it better. You know, 2 monitors and all that. This is a group project, guys. All right. We're going through the passing times. I know I don't sing like Sue. We're going through the passing times. This world is crumbling. We live while wandering. A heart lost in darkness. Hold me tight until dawn. In that bright place, aim for tomorrow. Raise your hands to the Lord. Raise your voice to the world. Raise your flag. Let's be together. A theme of unity, right? A theme of uniting. There is also a theme of reference to a power greater than us. I'll say God, but I don't mean God like the Christian God. I just mean in general, a God or whatever, like the Lord or whatever. That seems to be a common thing here. Let's watch. Then we get into Stand Up Kingdom, Unleash Your Freedom, Endless Journey, Endless Dream, Wake Up Kingdom, Get It, Freedom. Raise the signal, Go on without hesitation. Trust your friend. So what is that? What is that? That is another... quite literally, I don't know how else to interpret it other than just, okay, it's time to stand up. Kind of like Divine Attack. Now's your time to stand up, rise. Unleash your freedom. Endless journey, endless dream. guess awaits you. Wake up, kingdom. Get it. Freedom. Get that freedom. Get that freedom. Fight off those that are oppressing you. Now, once again, with the idea that this could be... Okay, go with that. This is a concept album, and maybe the concept part of it is like these are historic things or a reference to that. The next thing I'm about to get into, the next verse, gives us some idea if that is what is going on here. So it goes on, negative words, I don't need a way back. In that bright place, let's live tomorrow. Raise your hand to the Lord. Raise your sword to the sky. Raise your fists. Let's be together. So maybe I'm making too much out of this. Maybe I'm looking too deep into this. But the reference of sword, I'm thinking, okay, all right. So maybe by Metal Kingdom and sword, and talk a lot of presence of a lot of emphasis about Lord. Maybe we're talking about like Middle Ages stuff. Maybe we're talking about that. It seems like a maybe to me. You let me know in the chat though. Like what do you get out from that? What do you see? Negative words, I don't need a way back. In that bright place, let's live tomorrow. Raise your head to the Lord. Raise your sword to the sky. Raise your fists. Let's be together. And then stand up. Stand up, kingdom. Unleash your freedom. Endless journey, endless dream. Wake up, kingdom. Get it. Freedom. Prove it. Burn your life. Believe in miracles. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Sue metal. Whoa. Burn my life. That line there is pretty crazy, right? That line there is pretty metal. Prove it. Burn your life. Believe in miracles. Okay. Do I take that literally? Stand up, kingdom. Unleash your freedom. Endless journey, endless dream. Wake up, kingdom. Get it. Freedom. Prove it. Burn your life. Believe in miracles. Maybe Sue Metal, maybe Metal Kingdom is actually about a cult, and Sue Metal, the character that's singing as, is a cult leader and is trying to say, hey, if you want to join our cause here, you're just gonna have to burn your life away. Okay, you're gonna have to make a big sacrifice. Probably not. I'm just messing around. I'm just. Oh, that could be a very clickbaity video. Is Sue Metal a cult leader? Not gonna do that. I'm just messing. It is an interesting line. Prove it, burn your life. You know, being that it's translated, something could be lost there. It could be that maybe not literally burn yourself, but definitely distance yourself from your past due to like what it could be, what it could mean, or how it could be limiting you, holding you back. That maybe you may have to sacrifice some things to rise up, kingdom, and to get your freedom. Unleash your freedom. You have to get your freedom. The last line here is, it's the beginning song. It's kind of interesting line for your opening track. It's the beginning song. Deliver our voice. Resonate our voices. Open up a new era. Let it ring. It's our voice. Play it. Our singing voice. You know, I'm going to be honest. You take this Metal Kingdom track, you could put it with the other two, and you ask, okay, what is this concept album about? Like Metal Galaxy was about them exploring various parts of the world, different cultures, and you can hear it in the music because, like, okay, I get the theme, I get what's going on. Like if the theme is about historical events, you know, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not really so important. Maybe the events are not important. Maybe it's about that throughout time we have been, and I say we, you know, obviously as human species, been in various ways fighting with each other for various reasons. But why start with like sword? Oh, I guess it would be a good place to start, I suppose. If I think Metal Kingdom, you know, now I am getting kind of like castle vibes from this, like medieval stuff. I don't know, man. Oh, let me take a look at the chat here. It's on a totally different monitor, so it's too far away. All right, there we go. Song number 2 is Divine Attack. That's right. So this song leads into Divine Attack. So, which, if you place it like that, it kind of makes me... Okay, wait. We go from this to Divine Attack, and... I mean, I don't see how... I mean, I see a very strong connection with the Mongol invasions. I mean, that Divine Wind and the lyrics in it seems to be hinting at that. You know, I think for this, just gonna have to wait and see. I know I'm the guy who likes to speculate on everything, but this one, I mean, I don't even know. Like, you have to see where all the pieces go and map it out and be like, okay, and find that central theme through these songs. Let's see the lyrics. I'll read what you said. The lyrics that recent Japanese bands presenting seem breaking barriers and claustrophobic situations in the world. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying there. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. I get you on that. So, yeah, situations where people are like having to fight for to stand up to resist because of forces coming in that are putting a lot of pressure, or creating claustrophobic situations, very dire. Or in a Hiroshima situation where it's very claustrophobic situation, very dire due to, America. You know, I heard something today. I need to do some reading on it. I heard something today that Japan was actually about to surrender. Actually, they were talking about surrendering before the U.S. even dropped the bombs, and but the U.S. wanted a unconditional surrender. They weren't going to accept anything other. So I heard, like I said, I need to read up on that. I don't know. I just heard about that on like a podcast. Like, okay, it wasn't like a historical podcast either. So I was like, I don't know if that's even true. Let me look into that. Because I mean, if that's true, that really paints, and it could be true. Very well, it could be true. That really paints, what happened. Much more grim. Much more grim. War is ugly, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, we cannot forget Gotrek Spin, I Wish Shy Message. Ah, yes. Man, Gotrek Spin is a great band. It's a fantastic band. I love their songs. We got a Gotrek Spin fan in the chat. That's good stuff. And let me tell you something. This triggers Bandmade fans sometimes. I actually kind of like Gotrek Spin more than Bandmade. Okay? I like Bandmade quite a bit. But Gotrek Spin is like a special place for me. All right. I actually listen to Gotrek Spin more than I listen to Love Bites. But then again, I'm more at the same time though. It's only like, I think maybe it's not every Gotrek Spin song though. It's like maybe a handful. I've listened through all of Love Bite stuff, all their songs, over and over again, and I really enjoy it thoroughly. So Gotrek Spin or Gaijin Spin, there's certain songs that I really, really enjoyed. There's some that I'm like, oh, okay, it's okay. But the ones I really enjoy, man, they hit it. They are fun songs. They're really fun. All right. So, what are your thoughts about BABYMETAL Metal Kingdom? Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at what Reddit thought about it. See if it's see what we see here. I guess I can make this a little bigger here so you guys. Well, hold on here. My little thing's not here on the. There we go. Can you guys read that? I can't read that. I mean, I have it there so that you know I'm not making it up, but it's like, oh god. Okay, so just go to the comments here just about Metal Kingdom on Reddit, and I like seeing what they say sometimes. It's kind of interesting. And just a heads up to everyone, YouTube could press the F out of this. About this comment, I actually kind of noticed that too. Sometimes when I listen to music on Spotify, or when I listen to, I noticed that it sounds different. So some people have been complaining about, I guess, some elements of the song sounding really low and really hard to hear. With that said, I have heard both the Spotify version and the YouTube version, and I can, even with the YouTube version, I can hear all the layers. Like what I'm talking about. Okay, here, let me explain it to you so you know I'm not making this up. When I was listening to the YouTube version, here's what I could hear. In the beginning of the song, all right, you have that opening. It sounds like kind of like a wind coming in, almost like someone's breathing, almost like God is breathing, like Yahweh. Okay, but you hear the wind, okay, and then you hear the synths, and then you hear this almost like this percussion. It sounds like kind of like a clock is ticking almost in a way, and then you hear like these horns. There's some horns there. And then beneath that, there's like these other little, I don't know how to really describe them. There's just like these other electronic voices going on. Okay. There's a lot of stuff there. The guitars have not even been added yet. I think I don't think there's a bass. Okay. There's just this stuff. Then you get Sue. And when Sue starts singing, the drums kind of stop for a bit because it's kind of all focused on what she's saying. And then the drums come in. Then everything else starts coming in and it starts filling in. And I could hear all those little voices, and that's on the YouTube version. So if that was compressed, I mean, I'm sure it is, but what I'm saying is I could still hear all the layers. That's the whole point of talking about all that. And sometimes when I talk about that, I'm like, man, am I going mad? Like how far am I going to get into trying to describe this song? All right. Let's see. So these guys are just talking about the compression of the song. So if it's compressed on YouTube, you don't like it, I guess listen to it on Spotify or whatever else. Tidal, maybe. Let's see. Someone says, I wonder if this is the longest song on the album. Apparently, the album itself is 41 minutes long. Metal Resistance was the previous shortest album at 54. 41 minutes long. That is pretty short, but it's still longer than NEMOPHILA Sees the Fate. I think Sees the Fate is like what? Correct me if I'm wrong here. A Japanese dude in the chat. I don't know your name, but is the NEMOPHILA Sees the Fate album like 39? Like 38, 39 minutes long. It's kind of short. I think it's shorter than that. I think maybe like 35 or something. I remember listening to it and I was like, wow, I need to listen to it again. because I was going someplace. It took like an hour or so to get there. I was like, oh, okay, I can listen to this album twice. All right. Let's see. Someone here says, do we have confirmation that elements of these songs were formerly put on the back burner or cutting room floor and are now being reworked? Okay, guy. Let's see. The messaging is all pretty thematically linked. Kingdoms, toppling kingdoms, fighting, charging, freedom, resistance, battle. Themes we have seen in Metal Resistance especially. And he goes on, either way, it doesn't matter to me. I really, really love having these songs to sing along to. New Baby Metal content makes my whole week. Okay, so about that. So the question there was, with these 3 songs we have out so far, are there elements in these songs that were elements that were going to be in previous Baby Metal songs but were just placed on the back burner and not used before? I don't think so. I mean, what do you guys think? I don't think so at all. I really don't hear any similarity. Like, I know he brings up like Metal Resistance, but the Metal Resistance songs compared to what we've heard so far with Metal Kingdom and Monochrome and Divine Attack, it's like different style almost. It's different. No, I don't see any similarity. Even melody wise, like what? No, I just don't see that. I don't see that. Let's see. Someone said very raw vocal recording this time, which is usually as a this is unusual as they usually overproduce Sue's voice in album versions. I like Sue's voice in this song. Sue's voice is great. I also liked her voice in Monochrome. Her voice was very powerful in Monochrome. Divine Attack is good. It's good. You know, not bad, but maybe not the best example for Sue. In my personal opinion, you know, obviously. Sees the Fate is 39 minutes. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, under 40. All right. Let's see. Anything else that looks interesting that we can probably dive into a little bit? Let's see. Finally, a track with Sue singing without her voice over processed beyond the point of recognition. I guess beyond the point of recognition. I don't get that. Finally, a track with Sue singing without her voice being over processed beyond the point of recognition. I mean, you could recognize her voice in Monochrome. You could recognize her voice in... Come on, this guy's being silly. You could recognize her voice in Divine Attack. Come on. No, there's a lot of layers with her voice there, but okay. And he adds, I presume this track is going to be their live event opener. Well, it's the first track on the album. They're probably going to open with it. I know I answered that kind of a smart-ass way, but, I mean, it's kind of like, it's a concept album. When they're going to be touring, they'll be playing this album. They're going to start with what? The first song on the album, okay? They probably will. But maybe they'll change it up, but I don't think so. Oh, but they did say something pretty cool here. Looking forward to what the stage production will look like for this. 100%. Like even with Divine Attack and Monochrome, like I'm very curious what the stage is gonna look like. You know, I think someone says it here. They're concerned about the commie band. Let's see, where is it? Oh, someone else mentioned From Dusk Till Dawn. A lot of From Dusk Till Dawn vibe. I can hear that. Someone mentioned something about the commie band. Let me see. Okay. If I passed it up, it's fine. Could have seen him before. I swore I saw it before. It is interesting because the thought there would be, okay, so what's going to happen with the Kami band is because there have been some changes. You know, Kami band West have been playing, and it's like, okay, well, when Baby Metal plays live again, that's when we'll know for sure if it's going to be the Kami guys that you know, or if it's going to be someone else in masks. Is it going to be the same people in masks, or someone else? I said it before when we talked about the Kami band. I know we like and have a fondness towards particular members of the Kami band, which is great and all, because they are talented. But what is important is that there's someone there, like a live band there, that's able and capable of playing the music and putting on, help and contribute, putting on a good show. It doesn't have to be, you know, the same guys. And honestly, they know that too. They're session musicians. So they're going to be changed out. I mean, there's no guarantee it's going to be Bo or the other guys. You know, they could be changed out. They probably will be changed out. And you know, the Baby Metal thing will still go on, and there'll be other, you know, other Kami band guys. And you know, at any point they can be swapped out again, and they can make it. The people you like could make an appearance again. It's not a bad thing. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. So on the chat, there's speculation about the return of a Yui Metal. That would be big. That'd be really big. That would be massive. If Yui Metal comes back, oh man, that'd be massive. Okay, look at this one. This comment here. This is incredibly boring. It just goes on autopilot after the 1.5 minute and goes nowhere. Also, the production is god awful. The metal instruments sound so muddled it actually hurts my ears. Is this really a Baby Metal fan saying this? What's going on with this? Hold on. Look, is it wrong for me to be like to question their fan status? Probably. Look, okay. This song might not be for everyone who likes Baby Metal. Okay, fine, but incredibly boring. I don't see that. I don't hear that. Autopilot. I strongly disagree there. Especially with it goes on autopilot after the 1.5 minute and goes nowhere. Autopilot would mean it's like it just does the same thing for the rest of the song, which it doesn't. It has a really good build up to this chorus and nice little breakdown part. There are change ups in the song. A lot of it's more focused on the drums and like the synths around it. And the guitars do start becoming a little bit more noticed, especially in the second verse. I just disagree. I just disagree 100% there. They could have ended the song after 2 minutes, but it just repeats the same idea for about 6 minutes. Sue sounds incredible though. Terrible songs. Previous songs were way better. Well, it's like that's all about what you like, you know. On this one, it's about what you like. If you like Divine Attack, you like Monochrome. There's some people who like Divine Attack more than Monochrome. I like Monochrome more than Divine Attack. If I were to compare this, you know, the drums in this song is really good. I'm not sure where I would put this yet. Okay, chat, let me ask you this. Metal Kingdom, Divine Attack are, how would you rank them? Metal Kingdom, Divine Attack, and Monochrome. What order would you put them in? Those three songs have totally different personalities, like characters, characteristics, I should say, characters. Monochrome, I like that. The guitar in Monochrome is so nice, and you can just hum to it. It's so catchy. Like, Divine Attack is cool. It's aggressive, but I kind of like a song that sticks with you, and like you just kind of hum it as you're going through your day. You're just thinking about that line, that you know. Yeah, that's gonna be Monochrome. It's gonna be Monochrome, Divine Attack, and then Metal Kingdom. So there, yeah, that's how I'd rank it. Well, no, I'll change that, and I'll tell you why. It's gonna be Monochrome, Metal Kingdom, then Divine Attack. Divine Attack was okay, but the fact that you can actually hear more of Sue singing in Metal Kingdom gives it more of what I like out of Baby Metal. So there's that. Hey, look, I'm not the only one. Looks like Holla Monster agrees. Look at that. Look at that. All right, here. I think we're about to wrap up here. So this is just a chill Friday night stream, talking about Baby Metal and NEMOPHILA here. Didn't really say much of anything about Love Bites. Thank you so much for watching. I normally don't stream on this channel on Fridays, but might end up doing that more. I just want to say, hey Zillow, Holla Monster, and Japanese dude. Thank you so much, man. Glad you stuck around, and I hope I wasn't too boring for you. And yeah, man, y'all take it easy and have a good one.